How's it going, everyone? It's Milwaukee coming back at you once again, and today we're going to be discussing Star Wars Rebel Jail by Jason Aaron with art by Leno Yu. Let's get into it. Story starts off with Star Wars Annual issue, where a rebel infiltrator on Coruscant has one chance to take out the Emperor. Can he pull it off? The main meat of the story starts off here, where Leia and Sana Starros head to Sunspot Prison with Dr. Aphra so they can interrogate her and learn more about Darth Vader and her role in the Empire. Meanwhile, Han Solo gambles and loses credits that he was meant to buy supplies for the rebellion with. In the next issue, the prison gets taken over by droids, leading Leia, Sana, and Aphra to team up so that they can all survive. While Han and Luke head back to Nar Shaddaa so they can raise credits by smuggling items. In the next issue, the ladies end up getting the upper hand and regain control of the prison while Han and Luke show up to save them. In the next issue, girl power wins the day. Leia, Dr. Aphra, and Sana end up taking out the weak villain and they let Dr. Aphra go. Then in the final issue containing this volume, it's an Obi-Wan issue where Obi-Wan and Owen, they have a disagreement about Obi-Wan's involvement protecting, the Lars homestead, and Owen once again tells him to back off. This volume to me represented like a huge dip in quality for the Star Wars title. I felt the story was weak. The rebels having this secret prison where they keep all these Imperial people and they do, the same shit Imperials do, interrogate and all this stuff, but it's morally right when the rebels do it right. And then Leia, she like brings the new person with her to the super secret prison. Like, oh, I just met Sana Starros just a couple volumes ago, right? It's just posing as Han's husband, and they were at odds, and she was going to sell Leia to the Empire, but no, she's going to bring her with her to the super secret prison, and just doesn't make any sense. And of course, what did you know it? Sana Starros and Dr. Aphra, they have a history with each other. Not just as they pull some jobs with each other. No, they have a romantic history. That's the only card Disney ever has to pull these days is create strong female character, make them lesbian, right? So here we go with this all over again. And not hating on it, it's just a little tiring at this point to see the same play being made over and over again. I guess it's just not allowed for women to like men in Star Wars anymore. And it also makes it seem like a really small galaxy, right? When they introduce these two new characters and they just happen to have this past. It's like everybody knows everybody. Everybody beats everybody. Small galaxy after all. Am I right? Also, like the villain of the issue, I'm just going to spoil it here because who cares? I wouldn't recommend you read this one. Was the rebel agent from the annual. He meets Palpatine and sees that Palpatine is like a Sith Lord and a true monster. So he's like, oh no, the rebellion has no chance. So let me go to this prison while Leia's there and put her through like a test to see if she has what it takes to overthrow the Empire. Really shitty story. The villain gets taken out pretty pathetically. I guess the best thing you can say about it, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? There's no cliffhangers here, but just sucks compared to the previous volumes. I mean, the whole story is, oh no, Sunspot Prison is like gonna fall into the sun. They're killing all the prisoners, and Leia's trapped inside. Is she gonna get out? Of course, she's gonna get out. There's no real stakes, and with the villain being, so pathetic, it's like, come on. And the fact that they just let Dr. Aphra leave at the end of it, they put her in the escape pod and jettison her into space. So I guess there's a chance she could die, but we all know she's not gonna. And they went through all this trouble to take her to the super secret prison. And yeah, she proved handy in a fight when they were all fighting for their survival. But Leia, General Leia, I don't know if she's not a general at this point, but she's high up in the rebellion, right? Here, pretty much at the height of the war, right? Things are going down between the Galactic Civil War with the Empire and the Rebellion. she's just gonna let this one asset go because she watched her back a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Also, I wasn't really a fan here of the art by Lin Yu on this volume. I'm not saying it's bad art. It's just not. I just don't think it fits Star Wars. Sure, maybe for like a moody indie comic, it would be right at home. But here, where you got like action going on and stuff, the the painterly style or however you want to describe it, it just didn't work for me. So I wasn't enjoying the art, wasn't enjoying the story, and just wasn't enjoying the volume as a whole. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give Star Wars Rebel Jail a 2 out of 5. Yeah, it could be worse, but it could also be a lot better. Uh, like I said, the weak villain, at least it's done in one. There's going to be hopefully nothing, coming from this in the next volume. Uh, Also, Han and Luke being made to be bitches in this book. I'm not going to get into it. 2 out of 5. Uh, until next time, see you there.